Life purpose. Everybody's got one, but nobody can tell you what it is. That's up to you. Hi, I'm Corbie Mitleid, and this is the Psychic Yellow Brick Road. The world is changing, and life doesn't have the spark it used to. So we look around and ask, where do I need to go to catch the magic again? You've found it. Welcome to the Psychic Yellow Brick Road, a weekly podcast that delves into the intuitive world, metaphysics, life purpose, and how to connect with the compassion of spirituality. I'm Corbie Mitleid, and I've been on the Psychic Yellow Brick Road for 50 years. I'm a certified tarot master, past life specialist, psychic medium, channel, and author. And most importantly, I'm an elder in the field, ready to pass on everything I've discovered to you. So let's hit that Psychic Yellow Brick Road where you can find the real wizards and avoid the flying monkeys. I've been doing intuitive work professionally since 1994, full-time since 2002. I've counseled thousands of clients, and I've had questions come up that I'm happy to handle, from romance to career to family dynamics and spiritual roads. But if you ask me this question, I'll always refuse to answer. And it's, what is my purpose? Look, would you go to your first Russian literature class and tell your professor, I know I'm supposed to read War and Peace, but I know you read it, so why don't you just give me your cliff notes and all the answers to the midterm? Asking a psychic to tell you your purpose is like trying to get your hands on the teacher's manual to ace the test. What have you learned when you were handed all the answers without explanation? Zip, zilch, nada. There are no shortcuts to discovering your purpose, because your purpose and the sentence of passion that frames it form your rallying cry. Those two pieces of magic are the vapor trail you leave behind you in every encounter. When you go skidding into heaven on bald tires and fumes in your gas tank, what will you say to your guides when they sit down with you and say, so tell us, how was it down there? At that moment, your life of passion and purpose is what you'll gleefully hold up in both hands, declaring, wow, let me tell you all about it. Your purpose has to engage your passion. Your purpose is what you look forward to every morning. Your purpose is that soul-satisfying companion that sits with you every night and says, we had fun today, didn't we? So why can't someone else tell you who or what that companion is? Because no one else has lived your life, developed your interests, walked through your challenges, or pondered your questions. No one else can know the pattern of your existence. No one else knows your dreams and fears. These unique experiences are what shine a spotlight on your purpose. So, how do you find your purpose? You start out by examining your life and asking yourself these 6 questions. Number 1, what has your life been about? We all come in with themes and specific paths and challenges. When we sketch out our blueprint in our pre-birth planning session, we know there are going to be lessons and roads that come to us in periodic waves. How we handle them is what determines how we succeed or fail. So let me give you some examples. If you've always had a roller coaster relationship with money, how has that shaped your idea of prosperity? Do you feel you're doomed to a marginal existence? Does it make you want to make money no matter what? Does it inspire you to live more simply, so the feeling of lack transforms into having enough? Or, if you're always the one standing up for the underdog, whether or not you win, how does justice look to you? How do you want to create it on a daily basis? Or, if you always get overlooked for awards, disqualified in contests for odd reasons, or feel cheated out of what should be yours, does that make you bitter or better at being self-empowered? Or if alcoholics and drug users surround you, but you stay clean, what does that tell you about your strength of will? How do you feel about those who use? Are you holier than thou? Do you wish you could help them get clean? Or do you ignore their existence? Next one is, where does your happiness live? For this one, Let yourself relive your happiest moments. Think about the folks you admire. Give yourself time to think about what's truly good in your life. Could be things, could be events, could be people and structures. When you recognize how you shape your happy, you'll get definite ideas about how to engage your purpose. After that, I want you to look how you take care of yourself and others from day to day. Do you put yourself first? How do you like to gift people? With your time, a sentimental gesture, or simply an object? When do you feel valued? When do you feel taken for granted? Each answer is going to have a truth about who you are and what makes you tick. Next thing is, where do you find comfort? We're not talking potato chips and video games here. Comfort means finding solace in things that bring you balance and joy and stability. Me, I find joy in word crafting. When I can shape phrases, sentences, and paragraphs like so much brick and stone and steel, I get to create wonderful structures that move people's minds and hearts. I'm centered and exactly where I need to be when I am with my words, as you can tell. My friend Rena, she's a natural comedian. When she gets people laughing, whether it's at the water cooler or on a local stage, she is firing on all cylinders. And my wonderful stepmother, Shirley. She was never happier than when she was digging in the dirt, planting moss plugs under shady trees, and connecting with nature down to her own roots. We all took what comforted us and made it our purpose. As a teacher and intuitive, my words inspire and educate. Rena's comedy has made her a sought-after trainer, helping people think outside the box at work. And Shirley went to college in her late 50s to get a degree in landscape architecture and work with nonprofit arboretums and conservatories. Because it's never too late to embrace your purpose. It really isn't. Interests that always come forward, no matter where you are, they're sending a signal to you. So, check yourself out. Do you donate a lot of spare cash to an animal shelter? Are you always the first one volunteering for your public radio station's pledge drive? Do you look into the eyes of the homeless person on the corner after buying them a sandwich and make a compassionate connection? These are all clues to the personal treasures that bring you comfort. Next one's a big one. What crises changed your life? Look, not everyone has had a life-altering event, but if you've dealt with a crisis that was a serious turning point, find the riches it contains. Living through a hurricane or tornado may remind you of the fragility of life and the importance of not wasting it. Responding to those caught in a major disaster, earthquake, rioting, war zones, may bring forward talents and strengths you didn't even know you had. Think back on these situations. What marked your experience most strongly? What did you come away with regarding personal growth? If you faced a life-threatening illness and beat it, like me, or survived a horrific accident, your will to live is worth examining and embracing. Okay, next one is, how do you learn or work best? And this question is vital. Do you learn by seeing, hearing, or doing a thing? Are you a big picture person or more detail oriented? Are you more left-brained, logical, or right-brained, creative? Do you run towards change or away from it? Until you understand and use your best working methodologies, you may end up short-circuiting your purpose by trying to fit it into a life that can't succeed. If you're right-brained, like me, your purpose will wither and die if you try to shoehorn it into a data entry job. If you need stability and routine to feel centered and balanced, then a constantly changing job is going to exhaust you. If you thrive best working with a team, then being cooped up in an office or working from home with no human contact for days at a time may not be your cup of tea. If you're a solo act, you do your best work when you don't structure your purpose around people who want to give advice, provide input, or demand being part of your process. Last one here. What do you want to be remembered for? Because this last question sums up everything. We're all meant to leave this place better than we found it. And the best way to do that is passing on our purpose and passion in some form. When you imagine yourself gone from this body and you are looking down from the celestial balcony, what do you want to see? Watching those people whose lives you've touched. What echoes of your teaching, your inspiration, or your knowledge do you want them to carry on? In other words, how is the world different for your passing through it? For me, that answer is pretty easy. I want to inspire people to be more than they thought they could. I want them to laugh when they remember how I taught them. And if I can leave people with those gifts, I'll have fulfilled my purpose with joy and satisfaction. So how about you? Are you ready to get clear on your purpose, to carry it forward from today? If you answer these questions honestly and with careful consideration, your life's best companion will be standing in front of you, grinning with its suitcase packed and saying, "Allons-y, let's get going." I've been guiding friends and clients since 1973. I love showing you opportunities and how to grab them, where the tough stuff is and how to get through it, and handing you your toolbox through tarot and oracle cards, past life exploration, spirit guides and angelic conferences, and mediumship. My website, CorbieMitleid.com, is full of articles, blogs, where to find me for live appearances, and where to listen to me as I guest on other podcasts. There's a full menu of readings, from short burning questions all the way up to the jewel in the crown, my soul plan readings, which are based on the work I did with Robert Schwartz. Whether it's general questions about your life in practical terms, romance readings, business consultations, discovering your sentence of passion, or digging into that single challenge that has run through your life, you can find the appointment that's right for you. You know, your opinion matters a lot. So if you enjoy this, take a few minutes to leave a review. Word of mouth is key with podcasts, so share it with others. And if you really want to help make the magic happen, go find me at patreon.com. There's a tier called I Believe in You. And for just a couple of dollars a month, you can be an official roadie and help all the things I do. The podcast, the books, the classes, the videos, keep on coming. This has been Corbie Mitleid. And until next time, keep those ruby slippers polished, and I'll meet you on the psychic yellow brick road.